Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Origins. Let's even get through most of Siwa. See him over here.
Senu?
Let's go see what this is.
Sema! Shout!
Do you have vehicle vision in this, or is it only Senu vision?
It's what they call true eagle vision, where, yeah, you see through the eyes of an eagle. Yeah, I don't think they've had that since Syndicate.
Dead.
Yeah. Home.
Well, like, have you, So then, are you able to see the stuff?
What stuff?
Like all that weird stuff that Ezio and...
No, I just see through Senu.
Alright, so you don't go into a weird world. And
No,
see
I
weird
don't. I
glyphs
don't.
and things?
No, I don't see like blues and red people. No.
Come on, dude. Isn't this your house?
Yeah. Nope, wrong button. There we go.
Well, then what is that?
That's the door.
Hey, why you got money in that vase?
Papa, you found it. Can I have it back?
Sword. It's not as good as now.
And I got Hemu's toy. This sword was used by Bayek's father to save a caravan lost in the desert. Oh yeah, I forgot you can dismantle stuff to
Dismantle your unarmed.
dismantle my arms. Not all foes deserve death. In some cases, they are best vanquished with your fists. Figurine of Horus. Bayek carved this for Hemu for his 6th birthday. Can you upgrade anything? Nope, I need wood and leather and a bunch of other stuff.
Gator skin.
Senu!
Yeah, how come you can see through the bird's eyes?
Isu DNA? That's my guess.
Like you and the bird share an ancestor or something?
No, like, it's an ability because of Isu DNA.
You can see through birds?
That's what I think all... Sure. I don't know.
Because like explaining the normal eagle vision away with that makes a lot more sense than explaining why you have this weird bond with your bird.
Well, that could be it, because it's a bond. Because it's a special bond, it allows us to see through their eyes. I don't know. This
In
is
which case, why does the bird have the bond? Like,
No.
are you the falcon?
no.
The falcon.
It's
could do
dangerous
that.
here. Get on home.
Bayek, you're back?
Where is Chenzira?
He wanted to see the skulls in the hyena den, but the hyenas came back. I ran this way. Chenzira ran over by the tomb.
You are lucky the hyenas didn't chase you. Go back to the village. I will find your brother. What?
Do I have to tell my parents?
Chenzira got you into this. He will have to talk to them. Now go ahead.
He would have to. Mountain of the Dead. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh,
Remember this place? You took a tour in here.
I've taken a tour through probably every major area. Go there.
Right down the wall, man.
Yeah, but I want to look around too. Teti, son of Minhotep, the sovereign one, will stand beside us in the afterlife. You will be beloved of Amun, the god who maketh himself manifest, the Lord of beauties.
That's right, you scan in order to find this.
Well, you don't have to scan, but it helps. Akraten, Minhotep the Great, Pa, more like Minhotep the Cheap. There's no way to get to all the idols that I know here. I've smashed through one of these blasted walls, but the scarabs are vicious. I'll come back later with something to kill all of the bugs. Your damn tip is killing me. Anen.
Hey, bud. How we doing, Bugsies? Yeah, light the torch. I love how you can light torches.
Yeah, you just...
So valuable.
Chenzira! Stay there! I'm coming to get you!
Bayek, is that you? You've come back!
Oh, that's right, you need to do a push puzzle. You gotta push the thing.
I know, I gotta... Oh,
Kill the spider web. Put that way, that's what
just... I'm working on it, okay? I'm trying to go everywhere.
How did Chenzira get through here?
Oh, dude, is that the mummy coffin?
Agathoclea, mother of Teti, wife of Minhotep. The face of Agathoclea is like that of Wepwawet when he ascends and lifts himself to the sky. The eyes of Agathoclea are like those of the Great One who is chief of the souls of Heliopolis.
Wow, dude.
Blah, 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 blah.
Ushkadoo-kadoo!
Exactly. May her radiance prevail in the afterlife. I don't know Egyptian and Greek names, okay?
That's shiny. Give me all your money.
All these cobwebs out.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Keep going. Show the treasure. Go behind me. There's lootables everywhere.
I know, but which way am I supposed to go?
That way. Not this way. Not the way you're supposed to.
I know. You said get the loot. One little thing.
It's worth loot.
Tai Muet, you are the great cat, the avenger of the gods, the emerald-eyed, the one who walked by himself. You were given dominion over the mice and rats who stole our grain, and you decreed we should not starve. May your journey through the reed fields be full of vermin.
Nice.
That's a lot of mummified cats.
It's got a cat army in here.
Ugh.
Things that.
Jensen, are you all right?
I can't believe you are back.
You should not be in here.
I'm hiding from hyenas.
Fenuku told me about that. It is not enough to get yourself in trouble. Now you put your little brother in danger?
But it's with Hemu gone.
All right, I understand. Let's get you out of here.
Bayek, look at that. What is it?
I'd like to know myself. Must be very old.
Some.
The statue. Rob the tomb.
Which way did you get in?
That one. But that's where the hyenas are. Bayek, I want to tell you, well,
What is it, Chensara?
it's my fault about Hemu. They asked where you were, and I didn't think it would hurt anybody if I told them.
Chensara, don't feel bad. We had no way of knowing what they would do. Anyone would have done the same thing in your place.
I guess.
Amun welcomed Minotep, for he was possessed of a divine heart which was beneficent toward the gods. He hath given gold in large quantities, emeralds in large quantities, and grain in large quantities to the temples. He guided us and hath given very many lavish spiritual gifts to make Siwa prosperous and to advance Tamurt.
Got a nice view.
Ancient writing from the Old Kingdom.
And a new shield.
Ranged resistance and fire resistance. A light shield designed by a Macedonian general that allows for fast troop movement.
Wow.
Let's see. I need 2 for that. I need 2 for all this. I can get charge, heavy attack, parry. Air attack. Or 9-day.
What you feeling, Nick?
I kind of think I should get Dawn and Dust just so I can open this tree up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Now I can change the time of day. I can get sleep darts and fire bombs next time.
Keep close.
Come on, Chen. Whatever you just said.
Boy. Oh, that's a skull and a rib cage
What?
behind you.
Oh, on the ground. Well, this is a hyena den.
Hyena! Chenzina, hide!
They're still here!
I forgot I...
Help me!
Oh. Oh! Oh, where is he? Got him.
It is safe now. Let's get home.
Leopard.
Bayek, can I ask you something?
Go on.
Could I be a mecha like you one day?
Well, you can start by looking out for your brother and not taking him to dangerous places.
I promise!
Now get back home.
I killed a leopard, and I got an ability point. Let's see, firebombs. Animal goods and trinkets can be sold at 25% price. Plus 25% price. Ooh, that could be useful. Now then, we got a few things up here. I think we just got a few things way over here.
There's a question mark down there, yeah.
Yeah, so
Senu.
let's fast travel here. Tap right trigger to use the heavy attack to break small shield defense. Loot, loot, loot. There are hundreds of vases, amphorae, and pithoi in Egypt for you to loot. Just stand close and tap triangle. You'll find lots of trinkets that you can sell at any shop. I craft, you craft, we all craft. Pelts, iron, and cedar wood. That's right, I don't have to hold right trigger anymore.
Really? It just lets you free run?
Yeah, he's running full speed right now with just the stick.
So then do you have to do half stick to blend?
Eh.
Is there another way you
In
try?
fact, I don't even know if there is blending in this game.
What?
I don't remember.
In charge of stocking zones, huh? Senu, give me the deets. Senu, where are they? There's a guy.
Yeah, there's the captain or whatever. I know. Trying to see what Sinu sees over here. There's that.
I must be careful now.
Oh, wrong one.
The assassin must have done.
Hey, wait!
Wrong button, wrong button! Ah, I forget. Where is dodge now? triangle is takedown.
Hey!
The bow is a little mechanical, but not much.
Where did it go? Just in case.
Signal fire?
Yeah, that's the signal fire. Oh, I can upgrade something. I can increase arrow capacity or melee damage. Aha, new bracer. I like how it slowly changes your appearance too. There we go. Both my braces have been upgraded once. It's just my quiver. Oh, he's over there. What's this thing over here then? Let's go see what this is.
And lo, the sunrise.
Give me an excuse to cut you up! Any excuse!
Facts.
Dual swords.
I don't know you picked broadsword, you
Right position, Geref.
What did you do to him?
I think I bonked him on the back of the head.
I was gonna say, it looked like you just touched him and he collapsed.
I just went boop. Let me see if there's an opening above him. You're still running. Yeah. Drop, please. Got him.
Still running.
And now he's hiding under the desk. I could be dreaming, but I saw strange silhouettes on top of Amani Hill north of our camp. We are surrounded by tombs. It gives shivers to my back. I don't dare to climb up the hill to verify whether what I saw is human or a divine creature of some kind derived from the Ka, or worse yet, a demon spirit. No one in my camp dares to go. I even threatened them they may not taste a drop of wine for a week. They said make it a month. brave patrol soldier, I order you to sacrifice your soul for me and get me the information I need. May a moon walk with you. Cheops. Oh yeah, I still got this thing too. Let's go. Up you go, Bayek.
Yamanai Cave. I and I used to come here as kids. Bandits must be inside.
There's one, there's two, okay. Hiding in the bush.
Hey!
I know. Oh, it's just that guy.
Where did he?
Allah! Over here! On my way!
Doing it! I know.
Diamond!
You pay for that!
I don't need a torch. Ow. Ah, Oh, jeez. Ah! Who are you? There.
You got him.
Oi. It's all of it.
Except for that one. Bandit.
Okay, I got Hunter and Predator. Aim it high, aim it true, pull the string and follow through. Sword trusty enough for both the lowliest peasant and the mightiest pharaoh. I really feel like using twin blades though. A light shield designed by Macedonian.
That's what you have.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I can upgrade my stabilizer glove. There. Okay, ammo full. Come on, Bayek.
There's one guy left in the cave, Luke. Really?
I think I literally, like, he was... Oh, no, I think it's the guy at the top of the entrance.
Yeah, I think I
So yeah, I can just go up this way,
killed him.
come around.
Death to the Empire. Then vision.
No, that's a hyena. Thank you.
Get better quality stuff. Air assassination?
Nope, wrong button. It's not square anymore.
That's it. Bandits will think twice before coming back here.
Wow.
Thought he might have still have loot on him.
You're mean. Senu!
Okay, I gotta go back over to this place.
What's the little square on the mini-map?
Little square?
Right to your left.
Oh, those are just like screenshots from people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
jump? Be smart. There you go.
Here we go. Just making my way down.
Making your way downtown?
Making my way downtown.
There's some goats out there. You wanna kill a goat?
Maybe later.
Give me a camel.
Wrong button.
Whoa! Luke! Not okay. Got him, Jim. The hunter bow? Good choice.
Whoa.
Some more leather.
It's good for you.
Mm-hmm. See if I can take on these bandits now.
Did they kill you?
They were tough leather. Level. Tough level. Blah.
Yeah, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, what you said.
Where do our enemies lurk?
Ooh, they still look kind of tough. Maybe I can just sneak in and get the treasure.
It's a wind side. I love how the game doesn't even tell you their level. They're just like, no.
They're tougher.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
What?
Later, nerds!
I have an ability point. Let's spend it on something.
That takes 2.
Yeah. I think these are the only ones. I could get sleep darts, firebomb, air attack, parry, charge heavy attack. That could be useful. Now then, let's make our way down over here. Do that by first fast traveling to this. Adrenaline is a powerful tool, better when used sparingly. Use your overpower attacks on worthy foes, but not on easy enemies. Duh. Okay, let's see what's south.
Our Magi has returned.
Is that who I think it is? Yeah. Oh. Ha, Bane!
Do I have any other quests? Oh, I got that. Family reunion. Let's track that. Where is it? Oh, it's back. Okay, I'll go do the stuff down here and then I'll just fast travel to that bit. Otherwise, I'll just have to double back anyway.
Cover my escape!
Thanks for the arrow. Ow. Still coming after me, huh? Yep. I think they might have given up. Maybe not. Going out into the desert. You can't stop me. I have an arrow sticking out of my back. I don't care. Vulture lair. They're still coming, aren't they? There it is. Let's go kill a vulture. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Can't see. In you. Got him. I'm bad at shooting moving targets, okay? Now then. Let's fast travel. Wait. There's this thing down here. Wait, there was also a treasure thing. Hold on. Warrior bow. Okay, camo. See what's down here. Is there anything of note? Any point? Oh no, this is where we started the game.
Whoa.
Never mind. Let's come back up here. Never mind. Light, please. Okay, let's go rescue Terra Moon.
Halt!
They will attack on sight here.
Die! Die!
Ow.
Slow down the pursuit! Only get to the others!
Some crafting available, that's nice. Senu. Be my eyes. Bingo. What can I craft? Get rid of this. Warrior bow. Do I have a warrior bow? I got predator and hunter. Nope. Wait. More arrow capacity.
What?
Hi.
I'll call the troops to kill you! I will nail him! I'll call the troops!
Dang it. Okay, lock on. Just. Ah, dang it. Ow, dang it. Whatever you just said. Let's go around.
I should be cautious around here.
Obviously, even with Meduna Moon dead, there's still guards. I need more arrows. Nope. Oh, they're not even in here.
Hey, what the? Got you now!
No, you don't. Oh, hello. Oh, ow.
Got him lined up!
No, you don't.
Let's run, dog! Going to...
Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, moving. Is anyone around?
That's Bayek. He will save us.
Quickly, go! Where is Terramoon? Ah, dear Moon. He has died from his wounds. His family will want to bury him properly.
Darn it. Weren't here in time. Wait.
Hey!
I don't want to go this way.
Wait a minute.
Let's go. You can put your sword away, Bayek. Here we go. Hang on, where does it want me to go? Oh. So I should have stayed on that side of the temple. Well, I could just go around this way, I guess. Here we go.
Out of the way!
You get out of the way.
Clear the way.
Whoa.
Hi, Rabia.
Take it down to Teremon's farm.
Hi, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
I bring sad news. Where is Issa?
She lies here, with her son and daughter.
The entire family.
Sadly, I see Terramoon also paid the price for his recklessness. I warned him that his rebelliousness would bring torment and suffering.
What happened?
They saw the soldiers coming and hid in the cellar. But the soldiers burnt the house to the ground to teach everyone a lesson.
I'm sorry.
Put the body down there. They will journey to the Duat together. So many deaths in the Wahat. We cannot give them a proper burial.
It is not your rebelliousness that got you killed, Seni. It is Ptolemy's sick regime. He is a bad pharaoh.
Oh, that's not close enough.
He will find more than he had here.
Okay, I think that might be everything in Siwa. I think that's everything. Unless I want to continue hunting around stuff. Speaking of which. No, I got nothing else. What do I need to upgrade? I need more wood. I need iron. I need wood and scale pelts. Might have to just continue the story then. Speaking of which. Find and interact with the stone circles in Egypt. That's just all around stuff. When ready to leave Siwa, speak to Hepzibah. Where are you?
Get out of my way.
You get out of the way. asshole. Oop. Jump, Bayek. Ow. Hepzibah, I've done everything. Where are you? There you are.
Be sure you are ready before you go.
I think I am.
I must leave Siwa. There are others to whom I must deliver justice. Especially the one known as the Snake.
How will you find these men?
Aya has been tracking them in Alexandria. I must find her.
She said she would be visiting her cousin at the Great Library.
Great library.
And she said that you are coming to tell you one word. Serapis.
Serapis. The god that Greeks and Egyptians share. Of course, I see.
And Bayek, do something about that beard.
Goodbye, my friend.
Bye, Siwa.
Oh shit! Layla, you need a refill on cyclosporin. Stat. Layla, wakey wakey! Don't make me come down there.
I'm in the loading screen right now.
Layla? Layla! Come on back. Layla, are you with me? Habibti.
Told you not to call me that.
Thing is, the fastest way to get your attention is to piss you off.
I'm paying attention.
Okay, you need to take a break. The Animus is rejecting you.
I'm fine.
Yes, but your kidneys aren't. Go add more cyclosporin before they shut down.
Yes, Nurse Geary.
That's Medical Officer Geary to you. So? How did it go?
My mods are holding. Subject's memories are perfectly clear. If this doesn't convince Abstergo to give me a place on the Animus project, nothing will.
Amazing! Who do you have in there?
His name is Bayek of Siwa. The death of his son turned him into a killer.
Think it'd be of interest to Abstergo?
Don't start.
You know, they're not gonna be happy with how he handled this assignment.
They know I don't work by the book.
Well, this time you lit the book on fire and then stomped on it. Anyway, none of this will matter if you're comatose. Now go get that cyclosporin.
So yeah, welcome to our new modern-day protagonist.
Got the cyclosporin.
2 cc should do it. Don't forget the alcohol wipe. I wish I was there to help.
You do a good job looking after me, even from the hotel. And I know how you like your aircon.
Okay, let's look around then.
Come forth by day, and I will guide you home.
Who are you talking to?
Bayek's mummy.
Real chatterbox, that one.
Hey, Bayek. And of course that thing's gonna be beeping until we go back in, but I want to look around first. My laptop.
One bar. No, half a bar.
Anything out here?
Generator's holding up. Good job, Layla.
Yeah, I can't climb. Darn it. There's something up there.
Damn it, my papers went everywhere.
Whoops, anything important?
Yeah, the notes on the Animus. The genetic sequencer blueprint. Never got the creases out. Generator's holding up. Good job, Layla.
Dang it, I can't get that. Stop beeping, I know. Time to see what the modern day is like. Oh boy. Abstergo Historical Research. New Employee Handbook. Made between Layla Hassan and Abstergo Industries on 1/6/2014. Employee will perform services for Abstergo Industries that may require Abstergo Industries to disclose confidential and proprietary information to employees. Information of any kind. The business or operations of Abstergo Industries and or the products of drawings, plans, processes, Animus experience, or other data. Employee agrees as follows. Will hold the confidential... Oh, I can just read it down here. Employee will hold the confidential information received in strict confidence and shall exercise an extreme degree of care to prevent disclosure to others. Employee will not disclose or divulge, either directly or indirectly, the confidential information unless first authorized to do so in writing. Employee will, upon request or upon termination, deliver to Abstergo Industries any drawing, notes, documents, equipment, and material received from Abstergo Industries or originating from its activities for Abstergo Industries. Abstergo Industries shall have the sole right to determine the treatment of any information that is part or project-specific received from employee, including the right to disclose the same without prior patent applications, to follow copyright registration in its own name, or to follow any other procedure as Abstergo Industries may deem appropriate. Abstergo Industries reserves the right to take disciplinary action up to and including termination and memory removal for violation of this agreement. Signed below specifies that the employee agrees to the terms and conditions of the agreed upon agreement stated above. Historical Research Mission Statement. The mandate of Abstergo's Historical Research Division is to conduct rigorous research into historical events and document this research in meticulous fashion, with a particular focus on investigating previously obscure incidents and shedding light on the historical personages involved therein. Research conducted and compiled by the Historical Research Division teams represent a broad potential benefit to a variety of academic disciplines, including archaeology, anthropology, environmental history, and political science. The Historical Research Division was inspired by the works of Dr. Warren Vidic, a pioneer in the field of genetic memory science. Vidic's work needed raw data reached beyond what was available at the time. The Historical Research Division was quickly put together at first to accommodate Abstergo in its research, and then soon took on a life of its own. Dr. Vidic was responsible for Abstergo's first foray into genetic memory exploration. Without the benefits of Vidic's extensive research and rigorous approach to scientific practice, Abstergo would not be what it is today. Alvaro Grammatica. Grammatica's background in mechanical engineering, biology, and computer science helped make him the first to recognize how rich and meaningful historical material acquisition could cement Abstergo's standing in the modern-day landscape. Isabel Ardant joined the company as a digital archivist with a deep love of computer science. She ushered in a data revolution which reshaped Abstergo's acquisition, management, and archiving of genetic memories. Simon Hathaway. Hathaway is the current head of the Historical Research Division. His insatiable thirst for knowledge of all things human drives Abstergo's pursuit of historical and memory-based data toward unexplored frontiers. Philadelphia facility. A historical city seemed a fitting location for a facility thriving on history. Located just minutes away from the famous Delaware River, the building itself was designed in 1985 by the rising architect Jean Nouvel. The facility houses various divisions. Lineage and Acquisition is housed next to Abstergo Medical, and both are very strong ties to historical research and the very special Animus training program. The respected Johanni Otzoberg oversees the Philadelphia facility, known to be a favorite venue for crucial director gatherings. Of course, nothing eclipses the imposing library and archive hall where all of Abstergo's knowledge, both physical and digital, is said to be stored under impenetrable security. Modern-day historians. Abstergo's historians have nothing in common with the academic scholars you might be thinking of. They master a deep knowledge of historical tomes and an uncanny ability to successfully comb through the voluminous databases owned by Abstergo. However, they express their true talents when out in the field, retracing what forgotten stories were left behind. Assisted by cutting-edge technology, each of our head historical team, HCT, is composed of a technician and a medical officer. Together they gather the knowledge told by forgotten artifacts and extinct bloodlines. They uncover tales through obsolete and combine the wisdom of oral history with tomorrow's scientific discoveries. These see-it-all, find-it-all teams allow Abstergo and all its divisions to push back on the limits of what is known and what can be done to better the future of each and every one of us. Medicine at the service of history. What we know about who we are and what our purpose is in this universe will shape the scientific breakthrough of tomorrow. Men and women who have been looking at foreign galaxies and the Challenger Deep for answers or shreds of evidence that could open the door to the next scientific revolution. Abstergo turned to a far more familiar phenomenon for answers. Perhaps the answer is within each and every one of us. The human genome conceals our blueprints, but perhaps it contains a lot more. Today we are exploring genetic memories, but we are already applying knowledge to acquired thus to improve our performance as individual, but also as a global society. Tomorrow we might explore memories hidden in structures far more obscure than the human, and who knows what we'll find. Such is the task of our medical endeavors. We do not strive to heal the body through a direct cure, but rather we strive to use our understanding of chemistry and biology to change the way we lead our lives, for the better. Abstergo Historical Research Division Historical Tactical Team Field Manual. Standard procedures require both members of a historical tactical team to signal without further delay any changes occurring in an ongoing mission. Changes in deployment, operations, methodology, timing, persons of interest, and/or expected results need to be communicated and approved by proper channels both through central dispatch and internal memo. Unauthorized action is to be considered only in the face of imminent danger or when facing the threat of permanently compromising an operation by losing crucial data beyond our means of historical recovery. In the field at all times. Portable Animus, sarcophagus HR8. 2 laptops to minimum recommended specs. Portable inverter generator, 7,000 watts. 4x5 gallon gas can, capable capacity variable by mission. One thermoelectric cooler with rations, facilitative for most urban settings at quartermaster's discretion. SUV with 61,000 power towing capability, equivalent to be supplied if Abstergo issued vehicles are not available, or if deployed with no access to company float. 1 standard issue pharmaceutical kit, including certified chemical set, auto injector, cannula, and portable defibrillator. How do I adjust the portable Animus settings? Don't. Under no circumstances should this equipment be tampered with. The technician must connect to the instrument using the approved procedure only. Their vital signs will then be monitored by the medical officer, either locally or remotely. According to the readings, the medic may suggest course correction and/or best use of the medical equipment made available in the standard issue pharmaceutical kit to ensure the health and safety of the Animus user. What's the procedure in case of power failure? In circumstances where the portable Animus cannot be connected to a standard power supply, the generator provided in the technician's equipment offers 5-day autonomy of use for the standard supply of gasoline. If at any time power shortages or failures are observed during Animus use, it is the duty of the medical officer to notify the technician or to terminate Animus activities until a relatable power supply can be found. The Animus includes a failsafe that prevents serious physical harm to the user. How to use. How to help. How is portable Animus activated? Make sure the device is connected to a power source before attempting to turn it on. Boot the Animus using the on-off switch. For safety reasons, the Animus OS must run for a minimum of 60 minutes before the technician initiates the genetic memory sequence procedure. This allows the machine's thermogel to regulate, as well as permitting the medical officer to run standard activation procedure and to ensure the stability of the base readings. The technician should never initiate genetic memory sequencing prior to receiving the all-clear status from the medical officer. What's the procedure for managing Animus malfunctions? In the case of a malfunction, the medical officer triggers the ejection protocol, ending the simulation in a manner that is minimally disruptive to the Animus user. After exiting the simulation, the technician transfers the most recent data to a secure autonomous drive before powering down the Animus. Teams may not attempt to investigate Animus malfunctions or to repair any part of the machine. If a malfunction compromises the successful completion of a mission, the technician must immediately inform Central Dispatch and send a report to their managing officer, who may recommend that the mission be aborted. As per standard mission protocol, debriefs is carried out at the team's flagship facility. The faulty device is to be returned to the Animus project team for evaluation. Transfer of rights, legal disclosure of intellectual property rights in the field. Abstergo Industries owns or retains the rights to all intellectual property and data that may stem from the activities of a member of any HTT, both on and off duty. The term intellectual property applies to patents, potential applications, inventions, internal activity, archaeological and historical discoveries, genetic exploration and memories, and abilities acquired as a result of the Animus bleeding effect. The term also broadly applies to medical information, DNA sequencing, data, databases, registrations, and procedures or techniques discovered through use of the Animus. Unauthorized disclosure of any and all of the previously aforementioned items is strictly forbidden and can result in employment termination. Who does what in the field? Historical Research Division teams are composed of 2 Abstergo operatives. The efficiency of each team is based on both on excellence of individual skill sets and the successful integration of these skill sets into a functional whole. Medical officer conducts genetic, chemical, composite, geological, and analysis of the artifacts, persons of interest, ensures the health and safety of both team members, assesses personal activities that may harm the success of operation in progress, provides chemical and pharmaceutical support to artifacts/persons of interest as required, monitors the technician's Animus readings, and provides appropriate support. Technician oversees tracking and extraction of artifacts/person of interest, accesses the Animus if required, provide necessary technical support for the operation, acts as primary point of contact for Central Dispatch, prepares operations reports. Oy, this is gonna be a while. Sorry. Journey through time, is it? DNA is more than pure genetic information. It also contains zettabytes of factual and historical data, which we now call genetic memories. The initial goal of the Animus project was to explore those genetic memories with virtual reality. Breakthrough discoveries allowed the technology to become a way for Abstergo users to actually interface with history and explore what was once thought lost forever. The Animus software is adaptive, so as the memories unfold, the program adapts subtly to render a customized experience with the framework boundaries. The experience unravels in the user's awareness and unlocks reflexes and skills the body was unknowingly hiding. The Animus is a window to the past, a door to the future. Join us as we revisit just how this journey came to be. It was in Philadelphia in 1795 that Philip Singh Physic performed the first human blood transfusion in the history of medicine. The idea of transporting blood from one body to another fascinated the distinguished surgeon, but what he found exceeded his expectations. Fearing the scientific community would not be ready for such revelations, he gave his unpublished paper to his colleague and friend Benjamin Rush. Physics knowledge was all but lost until Pauling, financed by the Rockefeller Foundation, started researching the restricted archives of the Library Company of Philadelphia and found the physics paper that had been secretly preserved by Rush. Pauling's work on the hemoglobin structure, which was loosely borrowed from physics lost paper, paved the way to his triple and double helix discoveries. Clinton B. Rosenberg, PhD, was hired by Abstergo to keep a very close watch on Dr. Pauling's work on DNA structure. He reported his findings directly to the director of Abstergo Chemical. The relationship eventually turned sour, but the information gathered proved essential to Warren Vidick's Animus project. August 14th, 1952. Mr. Director, as requested, I am keeping you abreast of Dr. Pauling's latest findings. Please find an article stated by PNAS enclosed, which proposes a structural model for deoxyribonucleic acid. I will spare you the details, but you will find his triple helix model, made of 3 intertwined strands of DNA, to the highly elegant. It rivals his early work in protein structure. I believe Abstergo Chemicals should pay special attention to the evolution of DNA science, as it will likely unlock the very secrets of life. Please note I will be more than willing to play a more direct role to encourage Dr. Pauling's research efforts if you wish me to. In the meantime, I wanted to thank you for trusting me with the business of the Foundation. I am honored to facilitate the works of such brilliant scientists. Kind regards, Clinton B. Rosenberg. December 18th, 1984. Mr. Director, I don't know if you're still a part of Abstergo. Sometimes when I get lost in senior moments, I wonder if you ever existed at all. I'm just so tired. I think my time here is coming to an end. We're sequencing whole genomes in a matter of weeks now. We're under phenomenal pressure to reduce delays further and ship everything to this man Vidick. We truly are nothing more than an assembly line at this point. What a waste. I'm not stupid, you know. Even this old man has realized our masters are after something of utmost importance hidden in the human genome. They spare no expense to provide my kids with the more advanced technology to increase productivity. Like everyone here, I've heard the most preposterous rumors about Vidick's Animus project, that memories of someone's ancestors are encoded in one's genes. Abstergo believes that Claptrap explains why so many millions of dollars keep pouring in here. It just makes no sense. And to top it off, I never found another sample of triple helix DNA. My life's obsession was all for naught. So long, my friend. The earliest concept of an Animus prototype came from Abstergo Chemical and appeared in 1960 under the guise of the Memoriam S2000. Very little was achieved and the prototype never left the drawing board, although some arrangements were made with the U.S. Army to test a version of the Memoriam through Project MK Ultra. Unlock the secrets of our past, powered by Abstergo Industries. (1980) was the year when Warren Vidick was finally able to say mission accomplished. First users were launched in a series of genetic memory explorations with varying results. In San Francisco, the Surrogate Initiative allowed Subject 0, Eileen Bach, to explore memories outside of the subject's own bloodline, but it turned out to be as dangerous as it was costly. The Animus project focused on allowing users to explore their own genetic memories. Even though the process was painful, it was somewhat safer and showed great promise for the future. Vidick's team at the Abstergo facility in Philadelphia was able to prove this in 1983 using the latest Animus 1.09 and Subject 4's genetic memories. Computing makes mind reading possible. Classifies Animus point 1.45s. More stable than ever before and with greater control over the well-documented bleeding effect, the Animus 1.28 was developed by the Abstergo facility in Philadelphia 2002. If the design has evolved over the last 10 years, the technology has remained basically the same. It's true, Few subjects were able to fully experience the simulations, and those who did could only visit their own genetic memories. The work accomplished by subjects 4 through 17, and later by all the participants in the Animi training program, were critical for the development of Abstergo Animus technology in all of Abstergo's industries endeavors. Building on the progress made by the Animus Project teams in Philadelphia, Rome, and Madrid, Abstergo Entertainment Division introduced a revolutionary system called the Animus Omega, a game console granting anyone, anywhere, unprecedented access to a variety of pre-recorded genetic memories. Helix later introduced a similar experience through a cloud-based service, eliminating the need for a console altogether. Of course, the simulations offered to the general public are only a fraction of what can be experienced through a genuine Animus system, and allow for limited user interface. But the technology gains in popularity and global interest soars. Based on the VR research, the Animus Project teams realized they could maximize the efficiency of the Animus and even harness the bleeding effect, where immersion and physicality are combined. Biotechnologies played a critical role in creating the epidural system used by Airy Animus. The visceral nature of the experience drove synchronization levels to new heights, allowing for a range of genetic memory exploration never seen before. Instead of trying to contain the bleeding effect, the Airy unleashes it and uses its potential to blur the lines between the user's reality and the simulation they're engaged in. The Airy can only be used in a medically controlled environment. That's the thing from the movie. The portable Animus HR-8 is Abstergo's latest innovation. It channels the power of the Airy in a single compact suitcase that allows dedicated professionals to use the unit in a field. Previous operations sometimes required delicate extractions or placed more genetic memories out of reach. With minimal medical support, the technicians can now use the system for their own explorations or safely run explorations on selected persons of interest, in the comfort of the surroundings. For safety purposes, the epidural connection has been replaced by a hematological link. It sequences the information stored in the user's red blood cells. Like any intravenous intervention, the result is fast, intense, and intertwined with the user's biological functions. Just like the Airy, the simulation is not transmitted to the user's brain. It is physically rendered through the user's organs and interpreted by the brain as being real. So it's basically a suitcase and then you just pop off the back and fold it out. Field briefing. To Layla Hassan and Deanna Geary. Level clearance 3 and up. Artifact of high interest. New assignment. Effective date 2017-10-20. The Circle Tactical Team Layla Hassan and Deanna Geary scheduled departure October 22nd, 2017, 6:05 p.m. from Philadelphia to HPE on flight blah 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 blah. Assignment. Locate and recover artifact of high interest in Katara Depression. Forecasted location, uploaded coordinates, unidentified cave, grotto, hollow geological formation. Team is to work remotely with technician on premise and medical officer stationed at fixed accommodation location. If found, the artifact is to be swiftly retrieved and taken back to HPE. Contact John Kane in London for paperwork and travel arrangements. Fully stocked rental vehicle will be made available at Hangar 3C upon arrival. Present voucher and valid identification for release. Accommodation information will be uploaded to vehicle's GPS. Layla Hassan Project. Oh, that's the thing I found. Okay. Bayek notes. It worked. I mean, the side effects suck, but my portable Animus is up and running. See what I did, Sophia? So I don't know how long I was in there, but it was long enough. But I think this. What was it again? Medjay? Like a cop or sheriff? Note to self, look this up. Find a good description. Bayek could be a member of this Brotherhood of Assassins, same as the other subjects Abstergo has been studying. List of things so far. The man is just about as stubborn as I am. He's good at talking to people and fighting too. People see him as a protector and defender. His community admires and respects him. He's a shadow when it came to not being seen. Yeah, I guess he fits the profile in part, but I wonder. He's got the tortured soul thing down pat, hell-bent on vengeance and all that stuff. He's got his own thing going on. I could feel it through as though it were me, which I guess it was for a while. This is so weird. His feelings. So much anger, sadness, and hate. So much guilt. Anyway, I need more information. Aya. I remember that name coming up. I remember the flutter in Bayek's stomach when he heard it. Maybe she's the answer. Only one way to find out. Dee's gonna love this. Huh. The Gone Files. Over the years, I've seen my fair share of crazy shit at Abstergo. Broken promises, backstabbing, obscure HR procedures, false pretense. You see that in every corporation. But people, all key players, leaving and disappearing or dying in mysterious circumstances. It's right out of a conspiracy theory movie. Sometimes there's not a word from higher management, just like that person was never here in the first place. At other times, we get a lame-ass excuse that smells like bullshit. When I think about the people that left, when I think about how Abstergo dealt with their departure, something just doesn't add up. I knew some of them. They weren't the kind of people who just quit to accept a job next door for a salary bump. I've missed something. What is it? What really happened to these people? Did their disappearance have more meaning than management would like us to believe? Abstergo, if I could open you with a 2x4 screwdriver to find out what's behind that nice and shiny facade of yours. I asked Letitia England about it once. I made a vague reference to Subject 17, and she sharply answered to keep to my stuff and stay out of it. Those are the exact magical words you don't want to have for with me. Just ask my dad. Alan Ricken, or Alan Riken if you go by the movie. The coroner never had time to properly examine Riken's body. Abstergo must have managed to get it back. Why did they want the corpse back so soon? Was there something they did not want the coroner to know? They put on quite the ceremony for the funeral, but they could have waited a few days. It's not like he was going anywhere. I went through Case Fisher's files, and the guy does have a few buried post-mortem reports, but nothing on Riken. West London Council, Coroner's Service, in the matter of the death of Alan Riken. Alan Ricken. Dang it, now I'm confusing myself. Preliminary report conducted by Deep D. Sullivan, page 204. Date of report, 2016-12-15. Date of death, 2016-12-14. Time of death, 21-29. Place of death, Hoblin Hall, London. Interior, no specific location, were not allowed inside. Marks and wounds, blade damage to the trachea, horizontal incision of the neck. Victim suffered blow to the head post-mortem, right side, possibly due to the fall of the body to the ground. Right hand showed slight antemortem burn patterns from unknown origins. That's the night Alan Ricken died. No one I know was invited to that assembly. Not that I would have gone anyway. Too gilded for my taste. But still, what was the ceremony for? What really happened that night? In your attendance we trust, Dr. Alan Ricken. Now I'm confusing myself. I'm just calling him Ricken. Addresses the Assembly, Grand Temple Hall, London, December 14, 2016 at 9 o'clock in the evening. The media reported Ricken's death as a gas leak accident. I was able to corroborate the operation with the emergency services and the fire brigade, but the information I found on the gas pressure levels that night showed that they were pretty stable. Something doesn't add up. What is it with Abstergo's higher-ups and unfortunate incidents anyway? The Channel, London Metro, gas leak shuts down West End London District. Emergency services are still evacuating hundreds of people after a severe gas leak was reported in Holborn this evening. The incident occurred around 9 p.m. A 35 metro cordon has been put in place. At least one fatality was reported, a man named Alan Ricken. Sophia, I've just seen the news about your dad. Please let me know you're okay. I know you had to be there too. They're still evacuating people from the district, and honestly, that gas leak story seems like the worst cover-up I've heard in a long time. I know you told me to stop the emails, but tonight I really need to know. Are you okay? Layla. Isabel Ardant. Abstergo took a full year to replace Isabel. Alvaro Grammatica oversaw the operations here in the meantime. Simon Hathaway was a strange choice. I always thought Rickon and Grammatica were never appreciated his work, but he must be doing something right. After all, he's still here and he's not dead. Yet. Friends, it is with great pleasure that I announce today the nomination of Mr. Simon Hathaway as head of Abstergo Industries Historical Research Division. He will be assisted by Mrs. Victoria Bibbo. Although almost a year has passed since Miss Ardant's unfortunate incident, we are confident that our long search has turned up the perfect candidate to pilot the future of the division. Mr. Hathaway presented me some innovative hypotheses which could shape up the direction of the division. I ask you to assist him in any way possible so that we can make his vision a success for us all. Submitted by Alan Rickon, Chief Executive Officer. Isabel Ardant found something, and Grammatica went through a lot to make sure this email was destroyed. 80,000 years ago, strange architectural shapes and humanoids. What on earth is she talking about? And where is the Standish sample today? Alvaro, I hope you're sitting down. Was extracted from the Standish sample last week. The total video we have amounts to barely 2.7 seconds at 60 FPS from a total of memories. But even with this obscure sample, I've already getting butterflies. I put one frame from the video to show you how mangled the data is, but even at this quality, some striking details emerge. Note the figures, a full 20 inches taller on average than the humanoids nearby. The architecture looks like some combination of Sumerian, Egyptian, and Babylonian, but the metals they're using are alloys. Everywhere we see stranger architectural shapes. These structures have no modern precedent anywhere in the world, though the memory's geostamp gives us a location southwest of the... Unfortunately, most of the geostamps on these images are confusing. Some point to a location in modern Jordan, some 80,000 years ago, others to a few locations in Ethiopia, but so far we haven't been able to nail anything down with much precision. Archive Crawler was not able to reconstruct clustered data with integrity. I know Abstergo well enough to suspect they weren't doing this out of charity. The restoration gave historical research unprecedented access to Buckingham Palace. But what was Ardant doing there? What was she looking for? They never told us what really happened to her, and, let's face it, the official version doesn't make many sense. What was so delicate that she couldn't send a team through normal channels? London Metro. Prominent scholar electrocuted in Buckingham Palace. Renowned historian Isabel Ardant met an unlikely end while conducting restoration work in one of Buckingham Palace's newly reopened rooms. Wiring dating from the first electrification of the palace through the 1880s seemed to be the source of the incident. During World War II, many of the palace's 775 rooms were closed off for security reasons, and Abstergo's Historical Research Division just recently opened the Crown Estate to organize and oversee the... Olivier Garneau. Olivier Garneau was alive and well in Chicago in 2014, even if his disappearance was reported back in 2013. If his money trail is to be believed, he was dining alone in May 2014. Who on earth orders an extra country gravy? Quinkies, 480 Michigan. Soup lobster chowder, sparkling water, chicken pot pie with country gravy, sweet potato fries, side of mayo, Zinfandel, California. Filter coffee, warm milk on the side, Georgia mud pie, extra whipped cream, extra cherries. Waiter David R. Service charge is not included. This is not a receipt. Oh, that... I'll admit, it's hard to know what's going on in this scene. From what I could tell from the CCTV footage, the plates matched Olivier Garneau's car rental, and it does look like him, but, well, that's not his best angle, to say the least. It's all speculation, of course, because the official version is that he never made it to Chicago, but I know otherwise. That's Aiden Pierce from the first Watch Dogs game. And I believe this is actually a mission that you can do in that. We actually have to hunt down Olivier Garneau. Oh, Desmond. Found Subject 17's initial medical report after a team picked him up in New York City and flew him over to the Abstergo campus in Rome. He was fit and cleared for the Animus in September 2012, willingly collaborating in the project. And yet he was found dead 3 months later in a cave in upstate New York, apparently on the run. What happened to him? Why did he leave? 2012-903. Patient has no active complaints, no active distress, no prior history. Blood pressure normal, 112/78. Primary blood analysis. No significant traces of chemicals that could lead to neurological disorder. No indication that patient would be prone to neurosis. Unlike previous subjects, patient is psychologically stable. You are clear to proceed. Damien Saravagos. Abstergo had a thing for Desmond. They went for him specifically. A team was assigned to pick up a person of interest in September 2012 in Washington Square Park. They didn't even take him back to the Philly office. They flew him directly to Dr. Warren Vidic in Rome. If that's not some serious interest, I don't know what is. Have you seen this man? Desmond Miles. Age 25. Height 6 feet. 195 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes. Last seen September 1st, near Washington Square Park, wearing a white hoodie and dark jeans. May 9th, 2014. Dug these out from Case Fisher's files. Proof that Desmond's DNA found its way back to Abstergo after all. How did he die? What's with all those burns on his arm? August 12th, 2015. William Miles' final message to his son Desmond. Miles Sr. was in Cairo when Abstergo found him. Looks like Subject 17 busted him out of our Italian facility a few days before he died. I know you think it's dangerous for me to head to Egypt on my own, and you're probably right. Wouldn't be surprised if Cross is already there. They're looking for these things down left and right. They're locking the... I think it's supposed to be locking, not looking. They're locking these things down left and right, but we don't have a lot of options. If there's a chance to grab the last power source, we've got to take it. I promise I'll be careful. I've been fighting these bastards since before you were born. Literally. They're going to be here soon. Trapped me in this damn museum. Should have taken more precautions. I'm sorry, son. It wasn't fair for me to come down on you like I did. And you never asked for any of this, and I should have been more understanding. I hope you can forgive me. I love you. Don't worry, Dad. We were able to get you out. August 14th, 2015. Security footage from Warren Vidic's office a few days before Subject 17's death. It's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's William Miles, Desmond's father. Why did Abstergo detain him? If only you knew. From Layla to Sophia, February 10th, 2014. Morning, Sophia. I spent the whole night looking at the sketches you sent me, and you're all looking at it the wrong way. If you really are thinking about a robotic arm for the Animus Aerie, then my only advice is this. Mark my words. Inverted 6-axis motion rig. You want to be able to give the subject some leeway, some sense of freedom, and yet allow the core of the machine to stay connected no matter what kind of crazy gymnastics your subject is performing. So make sure the hydraulic actuators are top-notch, nothing under 6000 ISP. You'll know just by listening to them. If they sound like a groom on the last night of his bachelor bender, change them. They aren't worth your time, and they'll only obscure your subject's movements. Layla, just to make sure I understand you correctly, you are actually proposing that we suspend our subject in mid-air by the means of a large motorized mechanical device? I must have read your email 5 times just to make sure. At first I thought you were joking, but I dropped the idea in Gabriel King's ear, our chief engineer here in Madrid, and his initial reaction was quite like mine until something changed in his smile. Let's say we were to consider a 6-axis motion rig. This is all hypothetical, of course, but please indulge me. Would there be any plausible compatibility between this rig and the epidural bearing I showed you the other day? Could we ensure the stability of the needle and its positioning to the subject's backbone? I feel like I'm teetering on the frontiers of science and nonsense. It's crazy talk, but it's exhilarating crazy talk. March 29th, 2014. Hello, Layla. In light of recent events, I have but no choice to take appropriate disciplinary measures and request a performance improvement plan through operations. I know you barely just came back, and I feel it's better to do it now than to let things sour again. We'll put you in contact with the coach to help you deal with some of the issues you've been experiencing here. The results last time were encouraging, so perhaps we can resort to that strategy once again. Dr. Lee has even agreed to meet with you again, but rest assured we would be open to changing the coach if you so desire. You are bold, and your work here is appreciated, but the procedures in place are not only here to protect you, but also Abstergo. If you can't give an ounce of care for your own safety, then perhaps you can show a little respect for the hand that feeds you. Work with us, Layla. That's all we ask. From Layla to Deanna, April 11th. I just visited your online shop for the first time, and I must say, you hide your cards pretty well, Miss Deanna Greery. Who knew a poised and professional medical officer could have such a foul potty mouth? Needless to say, I'm buying a bunch of your cross-stitch patterns. I'm keeping some for myself, but I'll also offer some of them around. I think you have the perfect one for Otto Berg. He keeps taking my parking space. From Layla to Berg, April 21st. Mr. Berg, I'm afraid you've developed the bad habit of parking in my allotted space. Now, I know you're higher than me in the Abstergo food chain, and your car clearly has less rust than my 1987 sports car, but my HR hiring paper clearly states that 23FG is Layla Hassan's, so I would appreciate it if you could park your vehicle somewhere else. From Berg to Layla. The day you get an assignment done properly is the day I might deign to consider your request. Now you can place a formal complaint, but knowing how much you cherish procedures, I'll assume you probably won't even know where to look for the form. Also, I'm keeping your little cross-stitching gift. Even though it's offensive, the workmanship is quite spectacular. From Layla to Sophia. January 2nd, 2015. Sophia. Hello? Don't leave me hanging here. Tell me, how's the work on the device progressing? Did you guys finally build a prototype? You can just ask me stuff and then shut me out. You can't just ask me stuff and shut me out. It doesn't work that way. Why can't you just fly me there? I mean, even if it's just a temporary position, something interim. Freaking Abstergo janitor for all I care. I could help your team way better on location than through this free, cheap-ass, once-in-a-blue-moon email consultation. It makes me feel dirty every single time you do it, and I've told you how I felt before. Yet, here we are again. Either you don't care, or this eureka effect is getting you drunk on epiphanies. Think about it, Sophia. This is getting really frustrating. From Layla to Sophia, August 4th, 2016. Sophia, I just heard you guys are working on a portable version of the Airy. Is that true? A portable Animus? How can you not tell me? How can you still send me some bland email asking seemingly innocent questions and then turn around and work on the most exciting freaking machine ever? Without even letting me in on it while knowing it has my name all over it. Just who do you think I am? A fortune-telling machine? A secret little nurse hiding in the shadows? Muse hiding in the shadows? Those were good for absinthe snakes 19th century poets, and they all died of syphilis. Enough with the penny haikus of wisdom. I've given you all I have. My time, my brain power, my trust. And if that's not worth a place within your team, I'm not sure what is. From Layla to Simon Hathaway, November 10th, 2016. Mr. Hathaway, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your kind words. I know I'm not always the easiest person to work with, but somehow you always seem to have the right words to diffuse the situation. I really enjoyed our lunch last week, and your advice was more than welcome. Trust me when I say these are not words I'm used to saying. It shows that you have a genuine passion for what you are doing, and I really appreciate that. I had a small favor to ask. I swear I wasn't buttering you up for this. I don't butter people up, ever. I was wondering if our HTT could be tasked with more person of interest type assignments. Not that I'm not enjoying the operations, but I could use some variety. And who knows, it might help with my social skills improvement plan. Just something to think about. From Deanna Greery to Layla Hassan, December 18th. Hey Layla, Alan Rickon died while attempting something he felt he had to wear a black cape to attend to. That's creepy, I know. And you're worried sick about Sophia. That's understandable. There's nothing on his daughter in the papers or the Abstergo memos, so the fact that she's not answering doesn't mean she's in harm's way. Pretending your little tinkering project is helping you change your mind is bogus, and you know it. Why don't you come to my folks' place for the Christmas holiday? We'll celebrate whatever it is you wish to celebrate, including the famous secular tradition of not celebrating anything at all, if that's what works for you. My mom will cook some pumpkin pie. My dad will ask us why we don't shoot at rodents, and we'll eat a non-vegan breakfast at a dodgy casino before we spend the day outside snowmobiling. I love North Dakota, but it could sure use a bit of Layla Hassan. Say yes. I'll be there for both of us. I'll be good for both of us. From Layla to Deanna. You sure know how to make a girl happy. Rodents in a dodgy casino. I think I'll pass. There's something I want more than being with my little stone-cold crazy machine right now. I've just come up with the idea for the sequencer and I can't get it out of my head. So far, it's only a sketch on a dirty placemat, so I have to get busy if I want to test it before I go into retirement, if that ever happens. Sorry, I'm being an ass. It's a very nice offer, Dee, and I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. Don't worry. I always am. Besides, I promised Hathaway I'd complete my operation reports. I must be 10 or 12 behind, most of them barely having anything besides our names in the mention done. He told me they had to be completed before the end of the year, otherwise he would file a formal complaint to operations, which could mean more coaching from the mediator, and that is just pure torture. No, I like the guy, so I'll cut him some slack and get him his reports before he gets to sing Auld Lang Syne. If you say so, let me know if you need any help with those reports. How about we get out of here and grab some takeout? You can show me the progress on your little project. I might have an idea for the dialysis unit. Change of plans. I know you're waiting in your little hotel room in downtown San Francisco right now, and you think I'm heading toward the wharf, but you're wrong. I had an idea and I'm about to board a flight for Tokyo. I'm on my way to Onagawa, Japan. Don't freak out, I know what I'm doing. Just be ready to pick up on your side in 24 hours or so. I'll need your remote assist. Cover for me if dispatch calls in. Hey Layla, I got what you asked for. I was able to get my hands on 4 of the drugs we discussed. It was easier than I thought it would be. Everyone has a price, and that includes doctors and lab assistants. I'll keep the immunosuppressant in the sealed casing for now. Unless I get a sudden taste for muscles and large shoulders, in which case your steroids are all mine. I'm jesting, of course. Are you free Friday? Let's go to the movies or binge on some police procedural TV series. You know, so we can call out all the fake stuff they're doing. TTYL. Hey D, allow me to copy-paste this glorious extract from my July 1st AMA. The internet is just like the ocean, you know. There are some really cool fish and reefs and sunken U-boats, but once in a while there are these trash rubber duckies that cross half the globe together in piles of useless rubbish, and no one knows how to get rid of them. LH. Hey, I'm Layla Hassan, AMA. Little bit Liz. Hi there. Was wondering what your favorite geek sound. What's your favorite geek sound? Like, what sound do you love falling asleep to? I love the clicking of my blue mechanical keyboard switches. They just have the most satisfying clicks ever. I think I would have slept like an angel in the early 1920s bullpen. All these typewriting clicks. What's your favorite song and what does it remind you of? Overtime Food by Raw Victoria. When I karaoke, it's the one song I have to sing every single time. It reminds me of the night I met them backstage at the Madison Square Garden back in 2000. I'm usually the one turning it up at 2:11, but that time I was so thunderstruck I could hardly move. Pics or it didn't happen. Pics happen, but there's no way they ever go public. Hey D, I wish this was an audio message so you could hear the nice roar of the portable Animus. Everything sounds to be in perfect order. The software is running, my vitals are showing perfectly, and all the tests done in the DNA samples are turning up positive. I've combined some strange strands, and somehow the sequencer already returns a valid simulation to play. I haven't dared go into any of them. Not alone. Not without you. And the Animus isn't ready for a live test either. Maybe I'm just buying time. But that combined strand of both you and Milton looks tempting. All in due time. All in due time. Are you flippin' insane? There's so much to yell about I don't even know where to start. Milton's DNA? Really? Layla, how can you bring him into this? The poor guy, give him a break. I mean, you want to use Subject 17's DNA, fine, he's dead, but Milton? My Milton? You access his file to save his ass, and you think stealing his DNA profile is at the same time is okay? I'll tell you once, my man is off limits. You erase the data, now. Oh, and yes, there was the second thing. Do not go into your Animus. You're a whiz and a genius and a geek and an engineer extraordinaire, but you're not insane. We don't know if it works. We don't know if it does. We don't know what it does, and we don't even know what kind of simulation it runs. Remember the story about Eileen Bach, Subject Zero? The Surrogate Initiative? She was exploring other people's genetic memories and ended up dead like with an effing fried brain. You're not toying with an Omega Animus, Layla. It's the real thing. And if you ever want to go in there, we'll need to take all the proper precautions. Please, Layla. I'd hate to see something happen to you. Just wait for me, okay? Hey D, can you pack the sealed container with the immunosuppressants? Just in case. I know the assignment states we're going after yet another artifact of high interest, but... well, you never know. What if there's something else? Can you imagine? This could be a chance to try out our version of the portable Animus in the field. I'm not talking about actually synchronizing with the simulation. Well, I might, but I'm not. Really, I promise. But you never know. Maybe I'll just do a sequencing test if I find something. If. See? It's conditional. I'll repeat it one last time. If. Feel better? Time to pack. Still good for tonight? Drinks are on me. D. Wow, why is my head still spinning? I barely had more than a few drinks. But I just thought of something. You know how the Animus sequences DNA to run simulations based on genetic memories? What if, and this might be the fifth old-fashioned talking here, what if we could actually find a way to do the same through inorganic matter? Sure, we'd be out of codons, but we'd still have molecular structure to work with. I mean, it took years for Dr. Vidic to crack genetic memories, and once he got to them, he went nuclear on decoding them. What if he stopped too fast? What if isomers are packed with molecular memories? Okay, maybe molecules are too big. Maybe we need to consider that the information might be stored deep down in the subatomic level. Why wouldn't memory latch uniquely onto organic molecules? I mean, I've seen stranger things, but somehow I just can't find any plausible reason why it wouldn't. I wish my middle-of-the-night emails were more about a date I just kicked out or an obnoxious neighbor. Sorry. I guess you stuck with me. Lucky girl. Pictures. New York City in 1989. Riding my bike in Queens without my training wheels. New York City, 1994. Up to no good. New York City, 2000. Backstage at the Raw Victoria concert. Madison Square Garden, 2000. Berkeley, California, 2004. Best use of Berkeley's dorm. Philadelphia, 2011. The Call of Adventure. See you later, Philly. Philadelphia, 2017. My entry for the DIY pinball contest. Philadelphia, 2017. Hey, I'm Layla. Ask me anything. Audio.
So long, and thanks for all the fish, Berkeley. March 21st, 2006. The day Layla Hassan drops out of college. That's right, Professor Moore. I'm not finishing that Jane Eyre paper. I got a job, and I'm headed to Philly next week. This whole classroom thing, it's not for me. Mom and Dad are freaking out, but they'll accept it. I'll be working towards something real, making real money, and I'll be closer to home. Not that I'll visit any more often. Sophia promised there'd always be a place for me at Abstergo, as long as I show them what I can do with a circuit board and a pair of pliers. Sure, I'll have to work my way up to a place on her special project, but that doesn't matter. It won't be long before she or her father, Mr. Alan Ricken, notices what I'm capable of and asks for my help on the Animus. I swear, I get more done reading the latest copy of Wired on the toilet than the rest of the guys do all day in the lab. I mean, the body band? Really? If people can't take a walk on their own, they aren't going to listen to a watch that tells them to do it either. This is all so pointless. I should just go back to... Wait. That's probably what the body band would tell me to do. What I should do is build something that will simultaneously blow people's minds and the doors off the Animus project. Nothing at Abstergo Fitness is going to be big enough for that. I'm bored as hell. But there's nothing like boredom to stimulate creativity. Yep. I think the body band needs a little adjustment to its language processing program. The right decision always feels like home. My stuff's the same. My locker smells the same. It's like I never left. But I did. And I can never unlearn what I know now. How will it change my work at the Historical Research Division? Hard to say. All I know is that it will. Our Dom booked us a lunch. Nothing fancy. She wanted me to meet Deanna Geary, my new medical officer. She looks like she was born in the middle of a cornfield, but she seems okay. I can't believe she left homemade cookies on my desk. I don't know why I told her about getting stood up last weekend. I never talk about personal stuff at work. At least it seems like I can trust her. You need that to stay alive in the field. Too bad most of Abstergo's tactical units don't consider trust a priority. Aho, the portable Animus. No mention in the official credits, but all those emails, all those middle-of-the-night phone calls from Madrid, there's a lot of me in there. Sophia, if I'd known you just wanted to strip mine my brain and leave me in the dark, I never would have followed you. Go away! There's no candy here! Nothing in life is ever free. Ever. The Animus. I can tell. I know it wouldn't have worked without my advice. Just look how they did the heat sink, the VRMs, the high amperage rating by transistor. It was me who told them it would offset failure of the... What's this? Hello there, DNA reader module. Are you ringing my doorbell? Maybe there's some candy here after all. I've come to the conclusion that Sophia is shit at hiring staff. The entire Madrid facility. Ugh. How do they not see it? It would be so easy. You just have to parse the genetic memory input and work from smaller data pools. You could even process incomplete samples and still create a reliable model for high levels of synchronization. The reader module and the decryption software would need an update, but it's doable. Madrid's probably congratulating themselves just for getting this far. Meanwhile, I'm partying with some congealed veggie curry, 3 plasma screens, a disassembled Animus, and Raw Victoria's debut album on loop. Sahete. Dee will be mad when she sees how I use Milton's DNA, but what did she expect when she asked me for help? I needed someone's genetic profile to test the Animus, and, well, his was right there. All in the name of science. I like morning briefings. They're short, minimal nonsense, and they have free coffee. No downtime this week. They're putting me and Dee on a plane to Alexandria 2 days from now. I don't get why Hathaway's in such a rush. We're being deployed to extract an artifact. If it were a person of interest, the push would make more sense. A person could be halfway across the world in a couple of hours. But an artifact that's been sitting around for 2,000 years, it's not going anywhere. An artifact of high interest. Heard that before. It always ends up being some crappy pottery shard or half an old book. My Animus runs on DNA, not tableware. It'll be strange visiting Egypt for the first time since 2013. Back then I went looking for my roots and found trouble instead. It's good that Dee's coming. She always keeps me from doing anything too stupid. Turns out the artifact of high interest is also a person of interest. A mummy. And a golden opportunity. I've informed Dee of some changes I'm making to our assignment parameters. She acted mad, but I know she's eager to see my Animus field tested. Abstergo won't mind. Well, they would if they found out, but they won't. Hathaway's intel was a disaster. They have no idea what's going on with this extraction. Field tech is fun and all, but that's not why I left Berkeley. If the Animus lets me ride DNA this old, if the reader can model the missing codons and extrapolate the genetic memories that aren't mine, Sophia would lose her Abstergo. Abstergo will come to me on their hands and knees. My name will be right up there with Warren Vidick's. Ana Metakida Minda. Too bad the Madrid facility got blown up. But I bet they'll build a new one soon. This one will be in Philly, and its lead engineer will be Layla Hassan.
Some reason I don't know about that. Where? Layla Hassan is now moderating the Way Mind Blown channel. Get a story that sounds like fiction, but that's actually science? Post it. There are minds to be blown and brains to be fed. Play nice or I'll get you banned. For starters. Another fake so-called Varnished manuscript popped up at auction last week in Athens, Greece. It's the third time in the past 10 years. Funny how this manuscript keeps appearing in history books only to be stolen shortly after. And for what? Flower sketches and esoteric formulas? Rumor has it even Abstergo has a major interest in the item, but you don't hear that from me.
There you go.
Crystal balls do exist. They're just shaped like computers. Cryodynamics is right off from Asimov's psychohistory. Forward-thinking scientists are using historical data from the past to build mathematical models that help them predict the future. So far, they're pretty accurate. Problem is, the future isn't pretty. What would you trust your rig to tell you what's coming? Is tomorrow really only a string of numbers? Susie Patootie challenges the users of Were Mind Blown to a contest for the best DIY pinball machine ever built. Entries must be submitted before 6/18/2017 with a link showing the machine in action. If there aren't any sounds or light effects, don't even bother submitting. Maker's gonna make. Get tinkered. Hi, I'm Layla Hassan, and I'll be hosting an AMA on 7/7/2017. So AMA about Were Mind Blown, life hacks, keyboard pimping, cutting-edge technologies, Zetetics, classical rock, and my travels. Be warned though, I won't be answering anything pertaining to Abstergo Industries. I enjoy using the word no, so make an effort and ask something that won't bore me. Ground-penetrating radars are used to explore what might be hidden under ancient monuments. Cavities were detected under the Sphinx's paws some 20 years ago. Most are natural caves, but some have yet to be investigated. Could one of them be the mythical Hall of Records, a lost library made like the Lost Library of Alexandria? The idea is not new. Gladstone Kitteridge, Esquire, went on famous digs trying to uncover the lost knowledge of the 19th century. In the 19th century. Okay, that is everything here. So, how about we jump back in? But we'll save that for next time. So, if you liked this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, push that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog. I'll see you next time. And I promise I'll try to keep it not as long as I have been. I'll try to get back down to like an hour or so. See you next time.